What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back with my cheap Range Rover Evoque, and we are going to be tackling the job that scares me the most, and I said this in the reveal video, so for those that have seen it, you'll know that today we're tackling the DPF. Yeah, big job this, potentially a big job. And the reason that this job scares me the most is because I've never really tackled or worked on a DPF. Well, I haven't, not that I haven't. And if I can't fix this fault here and now on the drive, and I can't do that today and in this video, then what that means is I'm going to have to send it off to the experts, and that will cost me anything from £300 to £400 to have done, which means that I'm £300 to £400 more committed to this cheap Evoque than I'd like to be. But that said, even if I have to do that, then there should still be room in it profit wise for me to be okay. I think my money would still be safe, I think, and that's the gamble in it. This is all, things like this are always a gamble. So to tackle this DPF problem, and if you look at this and you've got a problem in your car with your DPF, there is loads of things out there talking about people coming and cleaning them and solutions that you can buy, and that's what I've done. I bought a solution, which is these. I've gone for this. It's cut by a company called Man and Oil. It's the DPF regenerator and the DPF fluid flush. So you do, it's a two-part, two-stage process, if you will. I've got to do the DPF regenerator followed by the DPF fluid flush. As you can see, it says on that bottle step 1, it says on that bottle step 2. Now that's fine, obviously we've got this, so we're going to flush this through the DPF. But when you read the instructions, what it says is that it needs to be put in, it needs to be kind of pressure washed into the DPF to blast through all the soot and the shit and the crap that's built up. Now I don't have, obviously I've got a jet wash, but I won't be able to put the solution in the jet wash to make it work, and I don't have a compressor with a trigger gun, like if you will, like a paint gun. So I've gone for, well, and this is a whim this, and please don't laugh at me when I show you this and I'll tell you where I've got it from. So I got this off the mighty Temu. That's right, I got this off Temu, and what this is like, it's basically a portable hose pipe. As you can see, there's a pump and a hose and a hose pipe, and it's powered off 12 volts, so it's powered off the cigarette light out from within the car. So the idea is, from what I've read on the Man and Oil website, it says that this needs to be put in at around 60 psi, which is about 4 bar of pressure, I believe. Now this thing is rated up to 100 psi, which is obviously a bit more, 5 or 6 bar. Obviously convinced that this will do 100 psi, but either way I think it will kind of, well, it's worth a shot in it at the end of the day. So I've just set this little experiment up to see how this works, and if I'm honest, I'm actually pretty impressed. We've got a bucket, the pump's here, and then when I switch it on, the pump kicks in, and if you watch how powerful this is, look. That's not actually that bad. It's not quite 100 psi, I don't think, but even so, I think it'll be enough to get the job done. So we're underneath the car, we've jumped forward a bit. This is our DPF just here. So the way I'm going to tackle this is I'm going to remove the I already have removed the AdBlue injector. So if you follow your exhaust up, you'll see in the gap here, this, where my hand is, it's hard to see, is the AdBlue injector. That's held in by this clamp, which is an Allen bolt, and then it pops off, and straight away you can see, if you look at the end of that injector, the AdBlue injector, you can see how caked it up and soot it is. So that's definitely going to need a clean, but you can see, just look how bad that is. So, and then where I'm going to inject our cleaning solution is here where my finger is. Right, so this has been a bit awkward. Cable tied the handle down, so it's constantly going to be spraying. So what that means is I can tuck that up in that gap like so and hold it against the inlet there. Our Temu pump has an on-off switch, and I'll control that with the on-off switch. So I'll use the on-off switch to control the flow when the bottle's empty. That seems like the best option at this time. So here goes then. And it goes. And as quick as that, the bottle is empty. I'm going to let the remainder of it come through. I feel like that's worked okay. Obviously I don't know what the solution's going to be like, but the thought process behind it seems to have been alright. I'm just going to let the pump suck the final bits through to get as much cleaning stuff as we can. Right, solution is in the DPF. The process of us doing it seems to work alright. Whether it was enough pressure in it or whatnot, I have no idea, but well, only time will tell. The instructions now say we need to leave the solution sat in the DPF working its magic for about 30-45 minutes. I'm going to go full 45 and give it the best opportunity that it'll have to work. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a little bit of brake cleaner underneath the car and just try and clean off that AdBlue injector and then reconnect it ahead of us starting the car up and kind of trying to flush this shit out the exhaust. So we've had our 45-minute rest period. Let's fire it up. So the instructions say you should get some black soot coming out the exhaust, like liquid. So put like 2 buckets there, so that's what we've done. What it also says is that the next step of this process is to run the car and hold the revs at like 2,500 to 3,000 RPM for about 5 minutes to flush this out. So but obviously my engine's cold, it's not been switched on, so I'm going to fire it up, let the temperature get into it, and then I'll do that rev process. So there we go, we're up and running. Let the car warm up a little bit then. So I feel like an absolute moron sat here holding the revs at 3,000 RPM. It's quite noisy, as you can imagine. I'm coming up now 4 minutes 40 seconds, so there's about 20 seconds left. I'll kill the engine off, then we've got to let it cool down before we do the next lot of the solution. So I'll catch up with you in 10. So that's it. I'm going to let the engine cool down a bit. It feels a bit wrong just to hit that button now and switch it off. I don't know if it's in my head, but it feels a bit more, I don't know, it feels better. Revving a bit more freely. So it is about a week later since that last shot, and I'm happy to report that, as you can see, we have got no engine management light and we have got no warning for the DPF on this Evoque. However, I didn't fix it. That's right, I didn't fix it. So what you saw us do, it didn't work. I had to send it off to the experts, as you can see. I found a really nice guy, SGR Automotive, link here and in the description. Guy's a legend. Contact me on Instagram and I'll give you his direct phone number. The guy's an absolute legend, really nice fella. I'm really helpful. He has done a DPF solution for me on my Evoque. I couldn't actually take this car for a run, so part of the man and all process was you had to take the car on a run, you had to take it on a drive, and I couldn't do that because the car's not taxed, it's not MOT'd, and it wasn't insured at the time. Part of me thinks that possibly if I could have took the car for a run it might have cleared, because when I moved the car and got it to the garage, I'll insert a picture here, it was smoking like mad, and that smoke will have been the solution burning off. When they did the DPF solution and he took it on a drive, he actually said it kicked out loads of white smoke and it kicked out loads of soot after the DPF solution job that he did, but then it cleared, and it's not done it since. Like, it's running now, the car, and there's nothing coming out of the exhaust is running clean. So yeah, I didn't achieve it, I had to send it off. What can you do? I'm a little bit more committed to the car now than I would have liked. We've got a couple more jobs to do. I've already started cleaning the interior, so I've shampooed all the carpets. We still need to clean the dash and the seats and the door cards, which we'll do. Also, the door's now locked, which is also a positive, and we're well on our way. I'm hoping to get the car in for its MOT this week. I've ordered 2 new tyres for the front, they're on the way. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you check out the rest of Project Evoque. I'm hoping that this car will be MOT'd and back on the road by the end of this week. I'm hoping this video is going to go live tonight, being Monday at 6 o'clock. So if it does, thanks very much for tuning in straight away. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this week, filming this video the Monday, by the end of the week, this Evoque could quite possibly be MOT'd, taxed and on the road. Oh, that's the plan. So if you're enjoying this series, please like, comment and subscribe. We are on our road to 2,000 subscribers. We have got Ford Fair just around the corner with the Focus. That is going on track. We have got 2 track sessions booked for that day, so we need to get booked in and we need to get some remapping done and a service on the car as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, once this is back on the road, I have said I am going to take it on a cheeky little green lane. So also, if you want to see that, make sure you press the subscribe button. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.